All right there, family. Black Power is the General Sara Seti. Black at y'all ass again with the real talk. Today we're going to be dealing with a very powerful video. The word more and the sacred connection to Naga, both being serpentine, both being connected to the dragon, which is a very powerful image in the mythology of African people, and we're going to deal with it today. And the reason why we have to deal with these terms because they are very powerful prophecies that are connected to these terms, and you won't even know that it's up to you to fulfill the prophecy. You see, even the return of the dragon is referring to black people, with the dragon also representing the serpent, which is symbolic of the immortality of the Christ consciousness. And so when we say return of the dragon, we also talking about the return of that Christ consciousness. Return of the Jedi is also one of those symbolic mottos of prophecy of black people. Well, but as we move on, let's also check out KingSeti.com online marketplace, DB official General Sara Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts and hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics, and remedies with much more. Check us out, KingSeti.com. Also checking out Seti University of Ancient and Modern African Wisdom and Knowledge, the complete General Sara Seti website, GeneralSeti.com, hundreds and hundreds of lectures and videos, behind the scenes footage, Seti debates, all world religions, ancient civilization and mythology, black power politics, highlights from over 50 cities. You need to get there immediately. Seti University, GeneralSeti.com for the complete General Sara Seti website. And y'all make sure that you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, General Seti YouTube page, Sara Seti YouTube page, because y'all already know Seti Live is lit. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give the video a thumbs up, like it because you love it. And make sure you get on over there and support me on Patreon. Got exclusive live streams for the family, over 100 exclusive live streams. Too raw for YouTube. You got to take it a step up, and when you're ready to take that step up and you want to see the general live in the flesh, you go over there to my Patreon, General Sara Seti, and become a patron today. Now I want y'all to be prepared now, because it's gonna be some explosive information that you just haven't heard from any other scholar. Prepare yourself to be exposed to earth-shaking information. You see what I'm saying? This is academic artillery for the African scholar, and I want you to load up, your intellectual AK-47, and you know what to do. You see what I'm saying? Now, more Naga occult serpentine etymology for divine black people. Now, when you're looking for that serpentine etymology, which also includes the dragon, because we're going to see that the winged serpent of ancient Egypt became the dragon of East Asia. You see what I'm saying? Many of these suffixes and prefixes, and sometimes they're found in the middle of a word that designate that this is a serpentine word. You see what I'm saying? And when you understand that the serpent and the dragon are only zoomorphic totems of African people, then you'll understand that it's speaking of you. Now, Ophi, O-P-H-I, and it could be flip I-P-H-O, and the O and the I can also be replaced with the A, A-P-H-I, Appy, okay? And then you got Ophi, O-P-H-E, and O-R, and then Ori, O-R-I, Orf, like in morph, you understand? And Ophy, O-P-H-Y, like philosophy or theosophy. You see, and I'm gonna show you these word etymology, serpentine etymologies as we move through, and it will become clear when you see them in certain words that they are serpentine. Now, when we're talking about the Moor, we're going to see that the O-R, which you can even find in Gorgon, in Moor, is just no different than Naga, is referring to a serpentine origin. And so you see right here, this is in Austria, you see the Moor, and you see the double-headed phoenix, which is also symbolic of the dragon. You see what I'm saying? Because in Metamorphosis, the dragon can become almost anything. And you will see that the phoenix, the sphinx, the griffin is also different versions of the dragon. You see different versions of the dragon. And so when you look on the shield, you see the phoenix, the double-headed phoenix, which is, also coming, as a zoomorphic form of the sun. You see what I'm saying? Just as the dragon, just as many of the serpents that you see in ancient Egypt will have the sun disk on top of the head, the uraeus. Okay, and so here again, you see many of the so-called Moorish knights with the phoenix, which is symbolic, and they said St. George slayed the dragon, but goddamn it, St. George is the dragon. And so you're going to see also rooted in Moor is morals. Okay, what I'm saying? Morals. And then one who lacks morals is a moron. You see what I'm saying? So you see even in that, morals. Just like in Ethiopia, you see ethics, the branch of knowledge that deals with moral principle. So rooted in Moor ethic, Ethiopia ethics, morals, and even Amor, which means love and which means black. You see what I'm saying? So even in that, we are taught that black is negative and represents a lot of negative things, but we're not taught that, even Amor is symbolic of love. Okay? Now, the serpent, the dragon, can also take many forms. It can take full human form. So one can still be the dragon and be in human form. Now, both the dragon and serpent are zoomorphic totems of the sun. The fire that's emanating from the dragon is solar energy. You see what I'm saying? It is solar energy. And in us as African people, it is called the solar plexus. Okay, you got an inner sun and an outer sun. The dragon can also morph, and you see right there, you see morph, that the dragon can morph into many different forms. So metamorphosis is a characteristic of the dragon, which you also find more in that. You see what I'm saying? So the dragon can also morph into other animals such as owls and lions, etc., as you see here. You see the serpent with the lion's head. You see, and then you also see the winged serpent. And then you're going to also see the feathered winged serpent, like you see with Quetzalcoatl in South America. You also see the dragon as the phoenix, griffin, and sphinx, which I said. Now, Return of the Jedi is also Return of the Dragon. And it is also the rapture, or the second coming of the black woolly-headed Christ in Revelations. So when you're talking about the return of the dragon, and once you understand the dragon is the serpent, and the serpent is symbolic of immortality, immortal Christ consciousness, then, then you begin to look at these terms with a more deeper significance. So you see right here that the Pharaoh was symbolic of the king cobra, which is also the dragon. So the return of the dragon is return not only of the Christ consciousness, but our people to the throne of sovereignty. You understand? And a rulership on the planet. You see, the serpent kings of Kush. Now, return of the dragon today is identified as global warming. You see what I'm saying? And, they're going to put the spin on it. But it has already been prophesied that this is the solar baptism and detox that will purge the earth of all parasites. Okay? And so when you see Jesus on the cross, people don't understand that that's a solar cross. You understand what I'm saying? And so, it's going to be, the purging of a particular type of people at that time. And they understand that, but they refer to it as Ragnarok. They refer to it as the rapture or global warming today. So we're going to be looking for the Serpentine language that's decoded in modern vernacular. Okay. Now, of course, we're gonna deal with or, which is rooted in more. And you understand what I'm saying? And these is a lot. Here is a lot of other words that have a serpentine origin: organic, origin, Ouroboros, which is the serpent with his tail in his mouth. Orion, orbit. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you look at Ouroboros with that's the coiling spiral of the galaxy. So you see also orbit is in that. Born, because we're dealing with creation. When you're dealing with origin, you're dealing with creation. You're dealing with born. And orchestra, which is also rooted in what's his name? Orpheus, who was the god of music, which is also a dragon in human form. You see orb when we're dealing with the magical art. You're also dealing with Lord. You understand what I'm saying? Which is, you're dealing with he who wields power. And, you'll see many of the dragons with crowns on, Oracle, and also Gorgon, which you see Medusa was a Titan, but was a Naga. And of course they demonized her because they knew the root. And if you knew the root, you will understand why they demonized her. The dragon is the serpent. So you see the serpent that's sitting on the crown of many African kings from east to west, north to south, is the return of the global African consciousness of immortality. And so when you go to ancient Egypt, you see right there the African child that is, born, into the world, again, a resurrection of this divine race, serpentine race. And you see that the serpent is what? Also encoiling the sun, to understand there's many different symbols in that one symbol, showing that we are the solar race, showing that we are the serpentine race, that we are immortal. And this is the fire that emanates from us and also emanates from the dragon. Dragons are also known to be lovers of treasure, which nobody on this planet, have more treasure than Africa.